Well, the flu took me out for a week, but we are back to talk about Megyn Kelly because her influence only grows the more radical she gets. My name is Brittany Page, and this is The Page Perspective. Megyn Kelly, once a Fox News host who pivoted to daytime TV, where she defended blackface and then left with like $30 million, only to pop back up again on YouTube and apparently on Sirius XM and her new show, The Megyn Kelly Show. You can typically find her attacking black women on Twitter or screaming about trans people anytime she gets on her new show. But this time, she reserved her attacks for Vice President Kamala Harris, who is on the cover of Vogue for October. She was photographed by the famous photographer, Annie Leibovitz. Now, the title of Megyn Kelly's video is, "Does this actually help her win?" And she invited 3 men who seemingly have no connection to or expertise on fashion or Vogue to discuss the Vogue cover, including that one in the middle there, Sean Spicer. You might remember him as Donald Trump's first press secretary who joyfully came to the podium to lie about his crowd sizes. Do you remember those much simpler times? But does this help her win? That is the proposed question from Megyn Kelly. So let's hear how she opens the segment and get ready because this is going to get weird fast.
The Vogue Magazine spread, Sean, that just came out, giving her sort of the Michelle Obama treatment or Jill Biden treatment, where they try to make her into a superstar spokesmodel. Now, first of all, this is as airbrushed as a Joan Rivers appearance on any magazine or TV. This is that Kamala Harris looks 39 instead of 59 here. I will submit, as the sole woman on this show today, that was a mistake. You want her to have gravitas. She's running for a very important job, and as the first potential female president, just let her have the lines. Fucking Vogue, let her have the lines. The lines are not a problem you have to erase for women who are serious and asking for a serious job. She wants to be in command of our Navy SEALs. So stop with the airbrushing. It's annoying to me. And what, man, it's just like on a separate tear. What message does it send to little girls? You can become president just as long as you don't age, okay? You can't age because as a woman, you have to be both hot and credible. Like, fuck off, Vogue. This is Anna Wintour, who judges us all by our stupid fashion. And honestly, like right now, she's launching the Met Gala theme right now. Guess what it is? Black men and dandyism. What is that? It was, as somebody tweeted out, this is a great way to get a bunch of out-of-touch celebrities canceled in one fell swoop. True. Anyway, it's annoying. So she does the Vogue thing, Sean.
Megyn, are we really going to do this? We're really going to do this? Let's just go line by line then, okay? Quote, she looks 39 instead of 59. You want her to have gravitas. Let her have the lines. The lines are not a problem you have to erase. You know what, Megyn? I could not agree more. Lines and wrinkles, they're not a problem that you have to erase, but I'm not sure that you agree with that. And I saw Megyn has a birthday coming up in a month, so happy birthday in advance, Megyn. She will be 54 on November 18th. And Kamala Harris is turning 60 on October 20th. So these two women are just 6 years apart. And by the way, if you zoom in on the Vogue cover, and you don't need to zoom in too far here, you can see the lines on Kamala Harris's forehead. They are still there. But I'm having a hard time seeing them on Megyn. The quote, as airbrushed as Joan Rivers' appearance can apply to all of Megyn Kelly's promotional photos for her own show. I loved this one in particular because you get to see very clearly the juxtaposition of men versus women on this issue. You have Dave Ramsey and Glenn Beck with their visible lines, and Megyn Kelly and Nancy Grace are as clear as can be. We also see that Megyn uses a soft focus on her show. She has a head full of extensions, and she definitely doesn't look 6 years away from 60 years old, does she? And I don't personally care about that, by the way. Women can and should do whatever they want to ensure that they feel good stepping outside every day. And if that's hair dye, if that's makeup, if that's Botox, if that's nothing at all, I've been on my own personal journey with aging and deciding what and how I want to intervene in that process. It's an individual choice, and I don't really care what people do unless they're being hypocrites and attacking other women, because I'm a woman. I have existed in a near constant state of awareness of my appearance, like so many of us are. Ask any woman and she can tell you when she became conscious of how she was perceived by society. The moment that she realized that she was viewing herself through the eyes of others, in many cases men. I remember when I realized I needed to start doing something with my hair, when I took my perfect teenage skin and covered it with a thick layer of foundation because it was what I thought I needed to do to look better. And then comes the pressures with aging. I remember in my 20s, because those days are gone now, I had friends who were getting preventative Botox, as they called it. Women are under unique pressures, especially when they're in the public eye, especially when they're on camera, to appear a certain way. As Megyn called it, to be hot and credible, to be universally attractive, not possible, and smart, to be all of the things at once. I sometimes feel that too, still, although, thankfully, with age comes perspective and the understanding that life is fleeting and finite. And we'll all be dead soon. So how much of my one wild and precious life do I want to spend thinking about wrinkles when I could be thinking about and eating lobster rolls? I'm in my 30s and my hair is starting to gray, my forehead lines are becoming deeper, and every day is an opportunity to decide what I think about that. Outside of the pressures and perspectives of people like Megyn Kelly, we get to decide where to put our time and attention. And unfortunately for Megyn, she's dedicating quite a lot of time to attacking other women for their appearances and what they may or may not be doing to their faces and bodies. Just a few months ago, she bullied a fantastic actress from one of my favorite shows, Erin Moriarty from The Boys. She went on a tirade about Erin's face, accusing her of having plastic surgery, using her massive platform to attack a young actress. Erin received so much hate online that she temporarily stopped using social media. But remember, the title of this video is, does this actually help her, Kamala Harris, win? And I would say, I don't particularly care about Vogue, but Kamala Harris right now is trying to cast a wide net to reach as many voters as possible. So while a Vogue cover does nothing for me, it might put her on the map for someone else. I'm more concerned, of course, with defeating Donald Trump and with Kamala Harris's policies. Is she going to break with Biden on Gaza? Is she going to protect abortion rights? Is she going to focus her attention on income inequality and cost of living? And I look forward to playing a small part in helping push Harris and the Harris administration on these issues, because Lord knows we won't be pushing Trump on anything. So Megyn asked at the end there, what message does this send? This being her claims about erasing wrinkles on Vogue. What does it send to young girls? And I would ask her to meditate on that question herself. What message does it send to young girls for a woman who is approaching 60 to constantly attack other women for what they may or may not be doing to their faces? And while she's certainly free to present herself as a naturally wrinkle-free 54-year-old with natural thick blonde hair down to her waist, we all know the truth. And to attack other women for possibly intervening to improve their appearance when Megyn is doing the same thing, that is not a good message to send to young girls. You already have that massive pile of money, Megyn. You have the clout, you have the views. Is this what you want your legacy to be? Petty mean girl shit? I mean, petty mean girl shit and defending Donald Trump at every opportunity, but we can save that one for another day. What do you think? I'd love to know. You can call and leave a voicemail, 657-464-7609, or send an email to idoubt@dollemore.com. You can support my work here on YouTube by becoming a channel member for as little as $1.99 a month, or by going to patreon.com/idoubtitpodcast. I'm looking forward to being back here after having the flu. It was a nightmare. Be sure to get your COVID and flu shots. I've already gotten both, the COVID and the flu already. It was not great. Protect yourself and your loved ones this holiday season. Stay safe and healthy, and I will look forward to seeing you next time.